McFadden and Whitehead.
Yes.
Shazam. I'm a human Shazam is what I am.
Well, not all the time.
7:53. Hey, Tony Glavin joins us, former St. Louis steamer Tony Glavin. Tony, welcome to Big 550 KTRS.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me this morning.
You got it. Before you talk about anything else, how lame is Mark Moser as a teammate?
Mark, I actually only played with Mark when we played outdoor amateur with Kudus, and very lame. I guess Mark's close by somewhere, huh?
He's always close by. He's just sort of hanging around. He's a lame coworker too, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, actually, I had a little bit coaching Mark when I was with the Steamers. I was the assistant coach, and we had put together a developmental program with reserves, and Mark was part of that. So I've known Mark for many, many years.
Sure, me too, I guess. Tony Glavin, former St. Louis steamer. Tony, what do you want to do? You want to bring a pro team to St. Louis?
Well, we're working on that. That's something that we obviously love to see here in St. Louis. And, for the last number of years, we haven't seen professional outdoor soccer here in St. Louis, and we certainly want to, make that come to fruition fairly soon here.
St. Louis is such a big soccer town. We had the Athletica here. That they didn't survive. Is it a playing soccer town, or is it a watching soccer town?
Well, I think overall in America it's mostly playing. I think you've got to create the culture of fans, and that's starting to come, and we're starting to see that definitely in the MLS and in the USL Pro. I think Seattle is one of the latest teams, just a phenomenal success of what they have done in the MLS, and they've got great fans, they've got a great base. We do here in St. Louis, and I think we're starting to change that culture.
Well, I mean, we had 50,000 people watching soccer games out at Busch Stadium, so there are people who, I don't know if it's an event town or a soccer town or what. Tony, how do you go about doing this? What has to happen for St. Louis to get a team?
Well, I know from myself standpoint, what we have been doing, I run what's called a Premier Development League team as part of the USL team. This is our 9th season playing. And it's the next level to professional for the players. It's the highest level, and what we've been doing is operating that. And we've obviously wanted to go to the next step, and that's USL Pro, and the step after that is MLS. MLS and USL have actually worked a partnership for the last year and a half, and each of the teams have to be affiliated, or each of the leagues have to be affiliated. And we're just in the process of putting together a group and to make application to the league to bring a USL Pro team here to St. Louis.
They've been talking about soccer in America for years, for 25, 30 years, and there's fits and starts and stops, and it must be frustrating for the people who really try and do it. Are we any closer? It seems like even though there's a long way to go, Tony, you guys have come a long way in the last 30 years.
Definitely. I've been in this country 36 years, and when I came, really, soccer was very, very new. And what I always tell people when I go back home to Scotland, they say, well, what's the game like? How's the development? I can't say enough good things about it. The growth is phenomenal. It's like everything. People want things to happen yesterday rather than tomorrow. It takes time to build something. English Premier League has been around for 130 years. The MLS has not been around 20 years. In 20 years, we now have practically every single team that owns their own soccer-specific stadium. That's a huge step in this country. There's 3 or 4 teams in the USL that also own their own soccer stadiums. So again, when you just look back, as little as 18 years, we didn't have one. And now it's all changed.
Yeah.
So it's moving forward. Maybe for a lot of people, it's not just coming fast enough.
Yeah.
So it is coming.
So, Tony, you are submitting an application, and so I guess we have to be awarded a team first, and then you're also rounding up investments.
Correct. We're in the process of putting our group together, and the next step would be make an application to the league.
And when are you going to know something going down to the pike? How long before you hear something?
We're looking in the next couple of months here.
How much money do you have to raise?
Well, it's going to be an under $2 million project, so it's not a major. When you look at MLS, you're looking at the New York Yankees and Manchester City of England combined to buy a franchise, which was $100 million. Now they're going to build a stadium which will probably be up in the range of $200 million. So it's a little different level of investment with the USL Pro.
Yeah.
But of the MLS teams, the last 5 of 6 teams that were announced have all came from the USL Pro. So our goal is to build a platform with the potential of bringing investors here to put an MLS team eventually.
Make sure you put the screws to Moser. Make sure Moser coughs up some of those offshore funds. Former St. Louis teamer Tony Glavine. Tony, best of luck. Check back in if you hear any good news.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You got it. 7:59, St. Louis Traffic Center, St. Louis Closet Company.